then you lay this sideways. So, and then you lay another block halfway, like that. And you have a half a block here, which comes this way. And so what you're doing is making a step like this. You're going to have this at every corner of the building going both ways. It's coming this way and coming. So every corner is going to be coming like this with the steps. And then what you do when you do that, then you put a string right here and you bring it over to this corner. Yeah, this ain't the best drawing, but so you'll bring a string on this course right across there like that. And this is the foundation. And then the kids can come in and go right along and lay their blocks, that string. And you go all the way around the building. And then then you move the string up to the next course. And that course go right across there. And then the kids will lay that. Go right across. And then they come from this corner. So usually the leaders have to lay these corners if the kids, they train them at boot camp, but if you don't have anybody that's really keen on what to do, you as a leader would have to make up the corners. And then as they reach the top, then you will they'll lay a block out here, and then out here, and then what you do is go up again with the steps, and then you just keep going up each way, and then you keep moving up the string.
And
then they come and lay the blocks in between.
What is the trick to connecting the string? Do you just set a block on top of
Well, I usually just drive a nail on the back side
Okay.
of the mortar.
Okay.
Yeah. You can make little square blocks. You can make a block, they have blocks like this that you just take a piece of wood and
and drop it on top and then it kind of kicks sideways?
just make a notch like that. And then you hook this notch on the back side of and then your string hooks down here.
Uh-huh.
Everybody has different ways. I usually just use a nail on around the corner, just drive it in.
Okay.
Because then when you pull it, it's going to pull against the corner of the block anyway, not against the nail. So it will hold. This is what takes a while, is getting these corners built on every corner, getting those blocks laid. But once you get the blocks laid, and then you start, then the kids can keep, once you get them started, they can get the rest of the angle. So you'll have a corner that would be here, and then you just work it up, and then they come in and then they lay the blocks. I'll write it down there. Oh, they got a bad crack there. Yeah. So while there, you've got 8 kids working laying blocks. You've got probably 4 kids mixing the mortar because they have to get the sand rock, and then they have to mix it, and then they bring it to the team members that's laying the blocks. Then you have at least 4 kids bringing the blocks and setting them around the building for the people that lay in the blocks. So that way you keep a lot of people busy. And then while they're doing that, then you have the kids, so many kids inside of this, filling it, leveling for the floor, getting it all ready, tamp it down, so that you can pour the floor. And then you can, as the building goes up, then you would have so many kids building the trusses, cutting the wood and putting the trusses together. The trusses, there's a picture of a truss in here. We use a simple W type truss. So while we're doing that, well, when you're building, when you're preparing the floor in the church building, or the building, whatever, you get your dirt in there, and then you put stakes here. These stakes are so you can put your level across there and bring your concrete up to the top of these stakes where you keep your floor level. And then you screed it. You have your 2x4 or whatever, and then that's the way you get it level before you trowel it. The kids want to always trowel. They always want to get in there and trowel that cement. They just think the neatest thing. But then you have, we have what we call water levels. You all know what a water level is? It's nothing but a plastic hose, a clear plastic hose is all it is. And you put water in it, and make sure there is no air in it. It's to be a solid core of water, but because water always seeks its own level, and you can go from one side of the building to the other and make sure it's level by using that water level. Because you don't have a transit, so you're going to have to use that to level your long distance. You'll have a 4-foot level, but you can't level a long distance without the water level. And we teach that at boot camp, and the kids, they pick up on that quite well.
How do you make the water level?
You make it level?
No. How do you make a water level?
Just
you see what he's saying.
Go down to the Home Depot and buy a clear piece of plastic hose.
Okay.
And you just fill it full of water and it'll automatically level out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That way you can see the water in the clear hose.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a hose. It's where they use for trying to think what they use a transparent plastic hose for. It comes in a roll. I mean, if they're small, they use it for like fuel
Yeah,
lines and stuff
that's
like
what I
that.
was about to say.
But these are usually a 1/2 inch where you get enough water in there. And we ask the kids to bring 100 feet of it, so that we usually get a few of them at boot camp. Now, I gotta find out my trusses. I don't trust that. It should be a big truss.
Something like this?
That's it, right there. It's, we use that. That's a W type of. I gotta get my notebook straightened up. Well, anyway, I can show you that. But you all have that?
Uh-huh.
You
Christian,
can see
give it-
that. You see the W in the middle there? See the W? This is a W.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay, yeah.
we need that. We always use that type of bracing for a truss. It's simpler to build, and it's and then it gets to go. Now, there's one thing they don't show there, and that is a gusset. And that's a piece of wood or plywood that goes over each of these joints
Oh, yeah.
where they connect. See, you would put this piece of wood over. In other words, you would have it the bottom of this over this joint here, and that ties it together.
Like a piece of plywood?
Yeah, plywood. We always use plywood, and that way you have your gusset or your that makes your